Big.
Fucking serious.
Self-sustaining infrastructure? We don't do that here in Chip.
No,
Unions are super pro data center.
added Trump and yes, let's go.
He is just
This picture with Tucker and MTG and others. The combined influence in this room is below zero.
why don't you burn yourself every summer? We don't do that in Japan.
I just
Solon is freaking out on his Twitch stream.
He's just staring at his phone.
They're saying that Detroit voters are mentally ill.
Okay,
As everyone knows, there is supposed to be a government shutdown on, I think, September 30th, I think, right?
Yes.
And a little while ago,
gone and prevented it.
yeah, a little while ago, Susan Collins made a deal with Patty Murray, not like John Fetterman, Patty Murray of Washington, and they're going to keep the government open until December 11th. That's a big deal for a bunch of reasons. What, Tyrone, why is this a big deal?
The midterms. Remember what happened with Virginia and New York. My good friend Ye, would you like to remind everyone what happened last November?
oh yeah, a bunch of people got off their fat asses and went to go vote because we took away their gimmies. Among other things. Also because, you know, TSA shut down or had a bunch of delays and shit. Shutdowns are very bad for the party in power, even if they're the ones voting to reopen the government and the people out of power are holding it hostage.
Well, yeah, because like it looks bad. It looks bad for the party in power. It's like, oh my God, you let the government shut down. How dare you? How dare you?
Normie voters don't understand power dynamics. So they don't understand the filibuster. They don't understand shit like that. They're not going to think like, oh, Democrats are voting to keep the government closed. No, they're just going to be like, Republicans in power, Democrats out of power. We need to vote Democrats.
Well, yeah, the crazy thing is, I remember there was polling back in 25 where people were blaming Democrats. It just didn't translate to them voting Republican.
Democrats are scumbags.
So, I keep making the argument, I keep saying it over and over again. Voters have short attention spans. If gas prices are down to $3, who gives a shit? They're gonna forget about the fact that they were at $4 a couple weeks ago. It happened under Biden. And if history repeats itself, we'll see. But if gas prices go down to $3, no one's gonna give a shit. Nobody's gonna fucking care. They got gas prices. But like I said 100 times over now, gas prices are a double-edged sword. If it stays above $4, the GOP is fucked. If it gets below $3, Democrats are fucked. I'm sorry, but that's how it works. Like, that is the average voter. The average voter, they look at gas prices, and that's, for them, a good indicator for affordability. Yes, stuff like housing and cost of food and groceries, that's important too. But for a lot of people, gas prices are everything. If they're down, the economy is doing good. It's been like that for a while, and I know it's very simplistic, but... Republicans can win on healthcare without alienating a quarter of the population. I know they can. There's a way to win healthcare voters over. Just have a plan. Literally anything.
Voters?
Yeah, what worse right now is...
Excuse me. Most healthcare voters do not actually care about the rest of your positions as long as you give them functional health care. This is why, despite the Midwest and certain areas of the South having some of the most socially conservative people out there, especially the black community, they continue to vote Democrat. Why? Because the Democrats are the only people who continue to enable them to actually fucking live with their health care, with their welfare.
Yeah, healthcare voters, I'm not talking about the bullshit progressive ones, the actual healthcare voters in the real world, they actually care about the healthcare issue for actual reasons. Not the horseshit what like the DSA types are saying. Like, these people actually want good healthcare because they have pre-existing conditions.
We're talking of Cindy, 55, from Akron, Ohio, who has 4 kids and has been unable to buy a car for an extended period of time because Obama fucked her over with the Cash for Clunkers program.
Yeah, and it's like these people actually care about the issue, not like the Epstein people that, oh, Epstein's a big issue. No, these people literally need a healthcare plan if they want to actually live. And the fact Republicans
the DSA position is just stupid. The whole let's just have universal health care. Let's put all the government money into it. Like, the government's so much on foreign wars, but nothing on the people. America spends more on welfare than like all of Europe combined. It's like insane.
Yeah, what is like, it? What percent is it? It's crazy. But go on.
The amount of go on.
Okay. The United States spends about twice as much per capita in federal tax dollars on healthcare than countries with universal healthcare. We have a system that is so fucking retarded. We have universal healthcare for poor people, right?
Hakeem Jeffries' favorite concept, per capita.
Per capita.
We've unironically, we have universal healthcare as long as you're poor, and we spend twice as much per capita than countries with universal healthcare. Because, and this is the reason why. We don't cover preventative care and like maintenance, maintenance healthcare.
We focus on making sure you live when you're on death's door.
Yeah, when you walk into the fucking you walk into the hospital with and you're about to fucking croak and your fucking legs are rotting off from diabetes or other conditions that are easily treatable in the early stages, but because healthcare is only really covered when you're about to die, all the really expensive surgeries and medications are what we cover, and not like the whole
And naturally, that is why American healthcare is fucking expensive.
Yeah, that's why it's so expensive. That's why
these are the same people who, in the '60s, would have completely scrapped the would have scrapped NASA and the Apollo programs if it meant giving money to pay for black children.
Remember, that was a thing. People forget about that. They were trying to gut NASA in the '60s.
You can't go to space.
It costs $200 a day to feed an astronaut. It costs $5 to feed a poor person.
I remember.
One astronaut is more.
There is a famous photo where it's like protesters were saying we had to fund NASA to waste some money and blah blah blah. Guys, this is the same argument as back then. Just replace NASA with the military, and look what happened. We got NASA. We spent all this money on the Great Society, and has anything improved in America?
We have forfeited our right to colonize and settle the stars, to babysit the third world in certain groups in America who, after 60 years of constant government assistance, still spit in our face, vote against us, and are currently propping up the people in the DSA who want to say, fuck you, we're gonna fucking kill you, dude. They are the most ungrateful fucking people on Earth. You don't deserve that fucking money.
I was gonna say, we gave up the stars to babysit the third world is like my entire philosophy in terms of why I am the way I am.
I agree.
This is what we have done. This is what our society, the United States of America, has spent the last 60 fucking years giving up on being a powerful and rich and just a powerful nation that just gets shit done and makes advancements because we just really needed to babysit the third world and give them everything they fucking want. Hey buddy, we spend all of our money on your defense.
Yeah, it's
exactly. That's
dumb
the thing.
shit.
I fucking hate when Europeans do that shit.
Yeah, it's so funny, and then we threaten to leave NATO, and these people freak the hell out.
These people, unironically, they have this wonderful welfare state. They spend almost no money on anything because we're doing it for them, and then they make fun of us
for spending too much money on the military. We're doing it for you, so that you can have a welfare state, and so you can give the entirety of fucking Middle East, North Africa, anyone who shows up to your land as many resources as they fucking want. Like, we're babysitting you, so that you can babysit
But
them.
don't you guys know? With,
Meanwhile, like their cities might look a bit more polished, but at the end of the day, the living, like the average wealth in these countries is lower than Mississippi.
Yeah.
Like it's just poverty, but like it looks pretty. Like
and it's deteriorating. It's getting worse by the day in Europe. I would say select areas.
No one can own a car in Europe. Like no one can. Like the upper classes
But
might be
guys,
able to afford a
they
car.
invest in the
America,
trains. They buy trains there.
Yeah, in America, the majority of adults in every county in the United States outside of Manhattan own a vehicle. In Europe,
self-sustaining infrastructure, we don't do that here in Germany.
No. You see, Tyrone, they have trains in Germany. That fixed everything.
No, and they make fun of the U.S. for like not using brick to insulate housing when brick costs like way more. Have you seen this? They're like always making fun of Americans for using like
an American housing was fine.
They love to talk about trains, and then you have the German government encouraging immigrants running trains on their men. Like fuck off.
And not just that,
My
but
favorite with the bricks is when tornado season is going on. The Europeans are baffled that our houses are made of wood instead of brick because apparently a tornado can't get rid of a brick house. So they have to be reminded, hey, would you like to know what happens when a brick going 200 miles an hour meets a human skull?
yeah, what's worse going to happen? Yeah, Colton, you're right. They don't have an AC there. They banned it because of the environment, guys.
Why don't you burn yourself every summer? We don't do that in Germany.
I just can't believe it's like
tweet in Germany.
There was a tweet from Britain that was going viral of a guy who installed an AC in his house in London, and he got a note from whatever the housing committee is for London, saying you have to remove this AC. Yeah, the housing council, saying you have to remove this AC. Because you did not go through these 10 steps you have to go through first before we can allow you to install an AC.
And you know they're declined anyways. They go to automatically deny it, no matter what. Because that's Europe. Like, they're so batshit crazy. Do people really think that ACs cause global warming? Seriously?
Yes.
Guys.
There are people that think cow farts cause global warming, so yes.
There are people who will make it as impossible and convoluted to do something as simple. And then they will completely bat an eye when an immigrant who is half your intelligence and who's willing to rape you and beat you wants to do the same thing.
By the way, Teamsters, what the fuck were you doing endorsing Sherrod Brown? Sherrod Brown's advocating for banning data centers. How many of your union workers are employed?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. That's not too smart.
By the way, the unions are super pro-data center, and yet they're endorsing some Democrats still, which... Part of the reason that they're starting to endorse more Republicans, part of that is that Republicans are doing outreach to them, but another part of it is the data centers. That's a big thing.
I actually heard that before. It's the data centers, again, this just proves that data centers, like, yes, it's unpopular, but if you actually just run a halfway decent message on it, nobody cares. But
Speaking of the unions, you guys see United Auto Workers president fucking Sean Fain?
Yeah, he's running for president.
The Democrat nomination.
You dumb shit! Your own workers voted for Trump. What do you think's gonna happen? Man, you think those union workers in Detroit voted for Harris? I'm sure of it. Anyways,
that's the guy who said straight up, like after they endorsed Harris, that like. Our people aren't going to vote for Harris.
Yeah, I remember that.
They're
he was
concerned with the economy.
Yeah, he went on NBC and said, yeah, our people are like 90-10 pro-Trump. You fucking dumb shit.
Tucker Carlson is announcing his brand new party tomorrow.
What? No way. What?
Send it.
Oh my gosh.
America was betrayed. We all were.
We were
it's time for a new path forward. More tomorrow night at 6 p.m. ET on tuckercarlson.com.
And it's the picture. I forgot to bring this picture up, by the way, on stream. Oh my gosh. Yes.
I'm going to bring this whole thing up.
MAGA was betrayed. We all were. It's time for a new path forward. More tomorrow night. It's going to be the fucking, I guarantee you, they're gonna call it the America Only Party. I guarantee you, it's gonna be America. And you know their main platform is about Israel. That's all
we
they're
have a few
fucking
more
talk
results
about.
out of Michigan.
Basically,
We have.
I said this.
For once?
Like, guys,
Yes, I did.
unironically, this picture with Tucker and MTG and others, the combined influence of this room is below zero. Like, unironically, it is below zero.
These are the types of people that you just want to be quiet, vote straight ticket Republican, and then go back to their house. You don't want these people involved in politics. You just want their vote, and then that's it.
Yeah, and like, okay, let's say Tucker's strategy, let's say they form a party. It's going to be about Israel. And listen, I've said this many times before. There's nothing bad about criticizing Israeli influence. In fact, I think it's a good thing. But here's the thing. At this point, these people are not attacking Israel because they have too much influence in America and that we got to put Americans first. No, they just want to put Israel last. This is an ethnic conflict, religious slap fight.
Oh, Trump posted an AI-generated image of him with Patton and MacArthur.
Oh my God.
This is so awesome.
This right here, we have issues with Trump, like Trump is not perfect, but this right here is why you can never hate Trump. Patton, Trump, and
Yes, let's go.
He is just a boomer at the end of the day.
But that's not Patton, and that's
that's not Patton. Who the fuck is that?
It's labeled Patton and MacArthur.
It's like there's two old guys and they look the same. First of all, that's not MacArthur on the right. That's far from it. Like, I guess I got the pipe right, but seriously, like, that's not Patton and MacArthur.
I don't know who it is.
It looks like Ron Paul.
It's a random guy.
It looks like Ron Paul on the right a little bit.
Wait, does that tank have two cannons in the background?
Oh my gosh.
It's one of those
Also,
like weird like late World War II Germany tanks. Trust.
Oh my
Bro, they
Yeah,
fucking
the one
bro.
on the one on the
they
right
made
looks
me-
like it's trying to be
they-
both a Panzer III and a Panzer IV.
Bro, the tank on the left is an apocalypse tank. They got the fucking double barrel.
I just noticed that. Oh my gosh. You see, this is
Also,
why
what-
I can't hate Trump. I just can't.
Wait, no, the tank that is between Trump and MacArthur, it looks like it just has an autocannon.
Oh my god, you're right. What is that?
Up by 40 points in Wayne. That's gonna be tabulation error. That's gonna be tabulation. That's gotta be tabulation.
Okay, let's
drop
assume
was this?
Simulation was actually correct.
I'm sorry.
What?
It was a
Vote Hub has posted that it was a Stevens plus 53 mail-in.
holy.
This is from
Zachary
Boha.
Donini is saying we have a race here.
So,
Damn.
gentlemen, ban mail-in voting.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Does anybody?
The thing is, if we had, like, assuming the Democrat wins either way, which I don't think LC would have, I'd rather have Stevens than him. But, like,
And Vote Hub,
you know,
Vote Hub is also saying that in St. Joseph County, where she's losing by only 1.5%, she's winning mail by 16.
Jesus. Oh my gosh. Netflix Yahoo is stealing the race.
Okay, Abdul Sayed just flipped it back. What dropped?
What the fuck is happening?
I think Eaton dropped. Eaton dropped. Clinton dropped. Marion dropped. He's up by 2 points now.
Hassan is freaking out on his Twitch stream.
He's just staring at his phone.
They're saying that Detroit voters are mentally ill.
Okay, that's true. That's entire. Listen, his chat is.
Who
cooking
made them
right now.
mentally ill? You're just like, oh my gosh, there's like my Subway sandwich. It sucks. You made the sandwich.
I almost just. Never mind.
Stop. Just stop. This is actually on a stream today.
This was like 5 minutes ago, man.
Notice, no one wants to interact with him.
He was at the watch party. He was at LCE's watch party.
Yeah, he's a bar now.
I almost said that live on stream.
I don't know where this is, but like,
Oh my gosh. It just, yeah, it's,
kick him out of the watch party. Like, what's
no, it's just like, he's like, shit. We might lose this thing. I go to the bar. Oh my gosh. Close that out. Let's see here. Real scumbag politics for 2.
Scumbag?
Okay, rap.
Scumbag.
No, not bag. Scumbag.
Scumbag.
No, you're still fucking it up. Oh my god.
Gosh, I'm quite
Scumbag. Bag. Bag.
Aggie, find Aggie.
Oh my gosh. Real scum.
No.
I'm on live. I want to see.
I'm not letting you read this until you say it correctly. Scumbag.
Scumbag.
No!
Hassan is freaking out on his Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Bag.
Scumbag.
No! Big.
Gosh. Fucking serious.
That was entirely unplanned. I swear to God. I swear on my life that was unplanned.
Fucking happened.
Okay, so
This is Michigan 8th, and
coconut.
the Smith guy dropped out a fucking month ago.
Not bad.
Oh,
And
I had no idea you
shut
were such
up.
a patriot.
And this Hassan was backed by Trump, and he's getting his ass kicked right now. What the fuck? What 2026 is becoming one of the biggest shit shows ever. I love it. Of course, they was Hassan. Are you kidding me right now?
What is the turnout in Detroit going to be for a general election between Rogers and El Said?
Pain.
I mean, are they gonna none of them are gonna show up?
0.0.
Okay, and this is the part where I kind of hear out a little bit. Rogers had a weirdly high amount of the black vote in Detroit in 2024.
It's a Family Guy meme. You know what I'm talking about?
Luckily, there's a Family Guy.
The king of the black people.
No, not even. I mean, it is kind of king. Like he was getting like 30% of the vote in 90% black
How
precincts.
the fuck did he do that?
Well, that's because nationally in 2024, if you weren't Kamala Harris and you weren't a black Democrat, you actually got a pretty good amount of the vote in black counties and districts. It was kind of weird. Like it was Blexit, but only down ballot.
Blexit's real.
Odd.
We are in the year 2026, and these fucking idiots, including Barrison Barnes and Gilio and those hacks, to this day, they don't understand. Young people don't fucking vote. It's not a conspiracy. Like, I cannot believe these idiots really are saying, I'm not even joking, they're actually saying this was an Israeli conspiracy to kill young turnout. What the fuck are you talking about? He actually said that. It's in black and white. He actually said this was an Israeli ploy to reduce turnout among young people. No. Objectively speaking, Saeed only won this race because of young people. This was presidential level turnout for a primary. Like, I'm not even joking. Let me pull it up. You think I'm exaggerating? Look at this. This is a real tweet from Richard Barris, our favorite pollster. Has there been a single primary in 2026 that's been within 5? Even in Texas, there are some pretty big misses. Like, yes, they had Telrico winning, but by like 10 to 15 points. He won by like 5. Hell, there are polls that had Crockett winning. So, that's the issue. The primary polling in 2026 has been possibly the worst ever. Now, does this translate to the general automatically? No. But I do think it does demonstrate that, yeah, there is something going on with the polling. There is something very... I'm not saying there's anything, like, nefarious going on, but there has been so many 10, 15, 25-point misses across the board that at some point, you really begin to wonder, what's actually going on here? How can you keep having these type of misses consistently? And yeah, they overestimate white liberals. Yeah, I think that is a good theory. Polls been off since 2016. Remembers 2025 or Iowa D plus 13. It's even worse now. I don't think we really have any idea what 26 will look like. I'm getting to the point now where the polling's fake. The polling's all bullshit. Nobody knows what's going on here. I get it. Primary polling's not the same. I get that. But I'm serious, Luke. Has there been a single state, a single primary on either side where the polling was accurate? Seriously. Has there been one?
The closest thing would have been like the first round in Louisiana. That was pretty accurate.
Even then, they had Cassidy doing a lot better in the polling. That's an issue.
Yeah, they did. I will say one I am seeing a lot of people saying is that, oh, Hong's gonna lose to Crowley this week. I think that's a very different situation. I'll explain why. Stevens has been in this race for months, for over a year. Crowley was in, then he dropped out after getting like 2% in the polls, and now he's back in again. And through the high-profile dropouts, Sarah Rodriguez and Manhandle Barn, after those high-profile dropouts, early voting, a large chunk of early votes had already been cast. So I think Hong's still going to win. And I don't think people understand it. Even then, a city like Detroit, which was very pro-Stevens, which I still think Crowley will win the city of Milwaukee for the record, but Detroit is 80% black. Milwaukee is only 40% black. So, it makes up a lot less of the share of Democratic primaries in Wisconsin than
progressive base is young people, rich liberals. Yeah, you're right. It's literally just white rich people. That's the only person. That is the most ironic part of all of this. They're like, if these people make up like 5% of the electorate for a general electorate. For the Democrat Party, yes, it's more, but for the average voter, this shit is not popular. Yet somehow, just like North Carolina Patriot, you're right. Yeah, you have polls in the South claiming that, white voters are shifting 25 points to the left. Like in Alabama, guys, it's within 5 points, or whatever it is. In Alabama. I'm not even joking, that's a real poll. Tuberville is within 10 against Doug Jones, who got his ass kicked in 2020. Seriously, that guy's going to magically do 30 points better with white voters? Really? Again, this does not mean every poll is fake, but it just, at this point, Luke, what poll can you even trust?
It's from me of the 2020 polls that had Trump and Biden like tied in a song, guys.
I remember that. But it's just like, what's going on here? What is causing this? Well, we actually talked about that, but like, will this translate to the general? That is the real question. Does this translate to November?
Will. I think Syed's chances, the general election polls have already showed Syed around. I think he might be even more trouble than the polls suggest after a primary miss like this.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be serious issues. Because we're talking rural Democrats in Michigan, where he's getting under 40% of the vote in these counties. That's going to be a serious problem.
Who the fuck are these independents that somewhat approve of Trump? They're white working class voters in like fucking, I don't know, like North Carolina or something. Yet they're voting Democrat up and down the ballot. Like, who the fuck are these people? They voted Republican for 30 years? Seriously? Nobody can answer that, because guess what? These people don't exist. And these polls are full of shit. Hell, the New York Times got exposed, or it was either them or the Wall Street Journal, that this Iowa voter was allegedly this MAGA Republican for 20 years. He loved Trump until the last couple months. Luke, you know what they found out about that guy? What they found out about the MAGA Republican?
They found out he was like attacking Trump back in like 2020. Honestly.
Yeah.
Can't even find, because there are voters who are dissatisfied that you could find. They don't even try to find. You know?
Yeah, but guess what? Because you know why? You ask these people and they're gonna say, yeah, I'm not happy with Trump, but I'm not voting Democrat.
Yeah.
These people don't exist. I cannot find a single person. I'm not talking about the people they find online, because they're full of shit. At this point, these people are so crazy, they make shit up all the time. Like, I don't care what Tucker has to say about the America Only Party or Joe Kent. They're full of shit. These people don't exist. There are, I'm not denying that there are some Trump voters that are probably voting Democrat, but not this 40% of Trump voters are voting Democrat or considering
I'm going to tell you something. There's also going to be a lot of voters in places like Wisconsin that pick up a ballot and vote for Tiffany with people like Francesca Hahn. Heck, I dare say there's going to be people in Michigan who are Harris voters who pick up a ballot in November for Mike Rogers.
I think so. I agree with that.
It's going to be a regional year. I've been saying.
Jasmine Crockett a little while ago said she doesn't know if James Telrico can win the U.S. Senate race in Texas. Crockett also says she doesn't believe the polls showing Telrico ahead. Oh my gosh. She noted that they have historically overestimated Democrats in the past. Who's been saying this for the entire time about Texas? You have Jasmine Crockett saying he's fucked right now. And she's actually right. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but Jasmine Crockett made a good point. Because she's right. She is, and she's admitted it on NBC News. Yeah, Telrico is losing right now. And she doesn't believe the polls have him winning. Wow. Wow. That's a big deal. Because guess what? Guys, Jasmine Crockett in 2026, she did good with what group? What is the main group she did good with? Devious Aftershock for 5. Rich liberals in Oakland voted a lot differently from Kent and Ann Arbor. You think they're fundamentally different from those types? Well, yeah, because I think that's where. People need to understand the primary electorate is the most pro-Han is going to be. Like, that's the most pro-Han group. And if she's getting 9% of voters saying, yeah, fuck this, we're voting Tiffany, she's fucked. She's screwed. Because
that's probably like Crowley voters, because Crowley's like.
I know, Tyrone. I'm sorry. This like I know you're pissed when I talk about Wisconsin. I get it. I talk about.
This is a big deal. This is actually a big deal.
I'm actually really glad to hear that. That was I thought you were just going to talk about some minor bullshit. No, that's actually really good to hear. Thank you, Luke. That's actually
because
nice.
But what's noteworthy here?
10% of the primary electorate going for that's like what, a 3 or 4 point general? No, not a 3 or 4 point general shift, but. That's like at least a shift that race towards Tiffany almost decisively, I think.
Well, because again, if these are just primary voters, what about the ones that didn't vote in the primary and they realize, oh, the Democrats picked this nutcase? That's a serious question.
Not to mention, I have heard the ad blitz. This came from Dan Schaefer, who is a left-wing, political reporter in Wisconsin. He said that the ad blitz that the Republicans are going to put on Hong after the primary is going to make the thing against Barnes 4 years ago look like child's play.
And she can't fundraise. She has no money.
Yeah.
Did you hear she announced she's not running ads on TV?
I saw that. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, and Tiffany's got $8 million already, and that's and that's before the primary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this race has a chance of being likely R. I'm not saying that yet, but it's got a chance.
How much? I mean, I don't want to get too confident because Wisconsin's always posed. I remember people thought Barnes was going to lose by a big margin, and he only lost by a.
But Ron Johnson is unpopular. That's a thing.
Ron Johnson is the most polarizing person on the planet, and Barnes is at least she makes Barnes look like fucking Josh Shapiro in terms of candidate quality. That's the thing.
I will honestly say the RGA might be more justified in putting resources in Iowa than Wisconsin.
By the way, speaking of controversial take, the whole burrito discourse.
Oh, let's not talk about that.
Matt Walsh actually came out in favor of the young people on this.
The burrito thing might be the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but
Dude,
I just don't eat
dude,
fast food.
dude.
So.
I mean, she's fucking delusional. I know I say that a lot, but unironically, she might be one of the most delusional people to ever run for state office.
Man, so did I. I think this whole Thanksgiving debacle is like the crudités, the Dr. Oz crudités of this cycle.
Yeah. It's like,
The whole
you're
Thanksgiving
gonna
thing.
shit on Thanksgiving? Seriously? And then make fun of Christmas and Halloween? Seriously? Who the fuck supports this shit? Ignoring the socialist stuff, who the fuck says, yeah, we gotta get rid of Thanksgiving and Christmas?
Remember, she said her having a half a white son puts her in proximity to whiteness, but she stopped short of saying she married a white man. Just wanted to highlight that for everybody, just so we're on the same page. She will use her son to talk about it being a bad thing to be in proximity to whiteness, but won't blow her own cover by saying, yeah, I married a white man and had 2 kids with him.
And allegedly had an affair, but anyways.
And what's she gonna have on Tiffany? Election denier.
Oh, election denier.
Epstein files, pedo protector.
Data centers.
He's from Minnesota, which is also bullshit, by the way. But yeah, let's talk about why he was born in Minnesota.
Gosh,
if it wasn't for Madison, I think Hong would lose by over 10.
She would get killed if it wasn't for Madison.
Yeah, for the record, guys, the only reason he was born in Minnesota is because that was the nearest town with a hospital in it.
But no, guys, Minnesota Tiffany or some shit. Minnesota Tom or whatever.
And they asked her, like, what is your favorite holiday? Like,
yeah, right here.
Yeah, you're running for office. And then she was like, Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday. And it's like, Jesus
Yeah, right
Christ.
here. Thanksgiving is time to, oh, good Lord. Francesca Hahn in 2020, cancel Thanksgiving. Hahn 2 days ago. Thanksgiving is a time that's incredibly painful for many people in our communities. Hahn today, my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. I love it. This
is a lady who bailed out of college and became a line chef. I don't know if you guys know any line chefs. They can be incredibly spiteful people.
I have a question. Does Tiffany break 65% in the WoW counties?
Probably.
At this rate, maybe.
I mean, because at this point, even these quote-unquote moderate Democrats, how the fuck can they vote for this? Like, seriously, how?
I should also add, this poll was from Chaz Nuttycomb.
Oh, God.
Also, what I'll say, I mean, I hope the race isn't, completely about Thanksgiving, but the things that she's saying about Thanksgiving, it makes her look like the stereotypical Democrat from, 2016.
Yeah. Even she's more, she makes Hillary Clinton and the others look sane with the shit they were saying in 2016. It's even worse. We gotta cancel Thanksgiving.
She is like a MAGA boomer's caricature of a Democrat.
For the whole world to see, yeah, that's a good way to put it. And everybody can see it. It's not like she would take it out of context. She is literally saying in black and white, we gotta cancel Thanksgiving because of racism. That's what she said back in 2020. And she repeated it in just 2 days ago, excuse me. It's stupid. She said this in May of 2020. Anti-blackness in the Asian American community is real. We benefit directly from white privilege and the model minority myth. It's easy to whitewash ourselves and assimilate into existing systems, built inequalities. Let's hold ourselves accountable and be better. Oh my God.
Okay, my apologies. I forgot I had Black Ops 2 open. I fixed it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Francisco Hahn, we're finding more tweets on her and just, man, this is
Is there anything she hasn't said?
Like, what the fuck?
She hasn't said anything about Jewish people, which is very surprising.
Not yet.
Okay, here we go. We have white male chefs. Before you sign up for charity gigs and shit, that's going to give you good press. Look around the room and check if there is someone that you haven't shared a meal with, doesn't have the same genitals, has nicer skin than you.
What the fuck?
Tyrone posted something. Is that from
Jake Shields?
Oh my God! Hey, I have a funny question. I think I asked it the other day, I'm gonna ask it again. I have a funny question. If the GOP ticket for president was Jake Shields and Dan Bilzerian, and they were going up against,
Moving on.
Oh my gosh!
how much, would they lose Wyoming?
They'll lose everything. But yeah, like these tweets are real. It gets worse. Let's see here.
Everything gets.
Thank you, Elizabeth Ward, for all you do and will do in the future. So much respect. The layers of bullshit in this country is too much today. Don't worry, I'll still vote for the less qualified blue-white dude, but I'll be fucking mad as fucking hell about it. Man, this is a very stable individual, isn't it?
Okay, so I think she was an Elizabeth Warren backer in 2020, I'm guessing.
Interesting. But it's a white dude. Guys, it's a white dude. You can't
So she didn't like Bernie Sanders because he was white.
Let me explain why Bernie isn't backing her.
Oh, there you go.
I explain a lot. My God, can you imagine if she refuses Bernie's support because he's white? A white dude? I would not be one bit surprised.
She's not white.
Well, thank you. Behold the pro-Han.
All right, let's see if we can find all the Palestine-Israel tweets.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's apology accepted. I have a good idea. We allow the DSA to burn the Democratic Party to the ground, and then we build it back up after they lose like every fucking election in the next 10 years. That is a good long-term strategy, and that is, I'm optimistic here, but I think that's what's going to happen if this continues. You know,
but yeah, it's like at this point, like these Democrats are halfway sane. You gotta leave the party. I'm sorry to break in some of these people, but the party you grew up with is long gone. That should
leave it and rejoin once these people lose everything.
Yeah,
I mean, if Hassan Piker takes over the Democratic Party, like we might actually, the Hassan Pikers of the world and the Abdul El-Saids and the Francesca Honks, if they take over the Democratic Party, we might reach a point where they're like not even a regional party. They like can't win nationally. And they burn. It's gonna be like what happened to the Democrats in the 1980s, like nationally, where Reagan kicked and HW kicked them and beat them in elections so badly that they couldn't. They had to elect Bill Clinton. The problem is Bill Clinton didn't like permanently change the Democratic Party.
Yeah, it was a temporary band-aid.
I think. Oh yeah, go on.
No, I don't. I finished.
I think there's a chance the Democrats, like, if these progressive people continue to take over, they just reorganize the party completely, like change the party's name, change everything about. Because again, these people hate the history of America, and the history of the Democratic Party is directly tied to the history of America. So I could see them being like, we don't want to be associated with the party of Andrew Jackson anymore. So I could see them just...
The party of Andrew Jackson, who removed the natives and connected the Trail of Tears.
Yeah. I could see them just...
And defended slavery. A racist, landowning, white slave owner who disenfranchised Native American voices and removed them from their lands, and then she'll give a fucking land acknowledgement.
It's like,
or
people
something.
understand about the... Like, they're going to change the Democrat name. At some point, if these people take power, like...